You stay late rebuilding a system that saves your team hours every single week. Nobody ever mentions it. Meanwhile, a colleague puts together a slide deck that makes your manager look sharp in front of a director, and they get named in the company all hands. When you watch someone less capable pass you by, the natural response is to look inward. You assume that if you just work harder or deliver more, the system will eventually course correct and notice you. Every company operates on two sets of rules. The first is the written handbook handed to you during onboarding. The second is the unwritten rulebook actively running in the background. The written book dictates daily tasks and company values. The unwritten book determines who gets protected, who gets overloaded until they quit, and who actually gets promoted. Careers stall because employees exhaust themselves trying to win a game using the wrong set of rules. The first hidden currency of the workplace is perception over performance. Labor that disappears into maintaining company infrastructure gets consumed. Labor that makes leadership look good in front of their superiors gets recognized. The difference is not the quality of the work, it is who benefits from it. Your performance is defined in rooms you are never invited into. A single label from a senior leader, like "great technically but not strategic," reshapes your entire trajectory. Once it sticks, everything you do gets filtered through that lens. Job security relies on one-sentence explainability. When budget cuts arrive, your value needs to be something the person making the decision can describe in a single, simple sentence. If your labor cannot be seen by authority or easily narrated during a budget review, it functionally does not exist. Invisible work builds invisible careers. The second hidden currency is controllability over competence. Imagine a director with two candidates for a promotion. One is sharp and independent, but asks hard questions. The other is less impressive, but highly agreeable and predictable. Leadership frequently selects the agreeable choice. Managers under pressure prioritize relief over the friction of managing a challenging top performer. This preference for control drives feedback about executive presence or reading the room. It is a process of compression. When you are asked to be more polished or less vocal, the system is working to make you smaller, softer, and easier to steer. When management prioritizes predictability over results, the promotion track shifts. The hierarchy begins to favor the person who presents the least threat to the manager's own workflow. The final hidden currency is exploitation disguised as reward. Initial praise for your dependability quickly shifts into a staffing plan. You receive the understaffed projects and the impossible deadlines because you are the only one the organization trusts to handle the chaos. Stabilizing a failing project proves you can absorb dysfunction without escalating it. It rarely proves you deserve a promotion. The company demands your loyalty through hard times, but when budgets shrink and leadership changes direction, that loyalty is discarded in a strategic pivot you were never consulted on. Instead of fixing the root cause of the chaos, the company relies on your competence to bridge the gap. You become the fix, and the incentive to promote you out of that role disappears. When conflicts arise, employees often walk into human resources expecting advocacy. In reality, HR is a containment process. The goal is to determine if the organization is exposed, not whether the employee was wronged. Personal boundaries are merely ignored suggestions if your behavior continues to say yes. A boundary only matters when enforcing it actually costs the company something. Start asking for credit or equity, and the tone changes. Manager replies get shorter. Meeting invites vanish. You are becoming harder to control. This isolation shifts your internal classification. You move from high potential to a friction point, and doors start staying closed. The hidden rules of extraction and narrative control don't stop once you notice them, but your behavior changes. You stop mistaking access for loyalty, and you stop treating praise as protection. Something shifts once you see the system clearly. You stop performing harder to solve problems that were never about performance. You stop looking for the orientation handbook and start reading the real room.